Hi, I'm Sara Campbell. Welcome to Freediving Legends. So I'm here today with an absolute treat for me and for you all, with the Molchanov double, Natalia Molchanova and her son Alexey Molchanov. Thank you for joining me here.
You're welcome.
And of course I have to say a special congratulations. Today is the 13th of May, and Natalia has just done yet another world record, 71 meters, no fins. How was it?
It's very easy for me, and it's a very big surprise for me because I'm older and older, but easier and easier.
Really?
Really, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it's true.
What was your dive time?
Dive time 3 minutes and 25 seconds.
Excellent. So you're just waiting for the official verification on the doping test.
Now, yeah.
But it's looking like. And how many is this now? Which number?
41.
Phenomenal. Amazing. Thank you, especially today, then, for talking to me.
Thank you.
So let's start with that. They're getting older and older and easier and easier. Do you think
not so easier and not so very easier, but really easier, a little easier.
Yeah. So you think there's a correlation, a connection between age and deep free diving?
No. I think it's I changed train, and now maybe my train is a little bit better.
Okay.
Maybe it's reason.
So what did you change? I mean, we don't know much about your training regime, but we know that you train a lot compared with somebody like myself. So what have you changed? What does your...
Now I include exercises in swimming pool with rubber.
What do you mean
Resistance
with rubber?
rubber. You know, like the swimmers, they have this resistance rubber, which they put on the waist
Right.
and then swim on, like, with the...
So it's like swimming against a bungee.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
with bungee.
It's like a swimmers.
Okay. And so this is to train your strength, or what's the benefit of doing this training?
What?
Ну, для силы это...
Yeah, a little, yeah.
Для силы.
Because depth, when we dive in the depth, we need to be power.
Yeah.
To
come
have
up.
power. Power.
Yeah. Okay. So you think that this training with these rubber bands
Yes.
on the bungee is,
Yeah.
is helping you?
Mhm.
Cool. And are you doing this also?
I do too.
Yeah. It sounds like fun. Is it good?
It is fun. It is.
Yeah.
It's a part of the training. It's not like the whole training we do with this bungee, but
Mm-hmm.
it does help to get a little bit more strength and save on time.
Okay. Yeah. And so can you tell me, are there any more secrets that you can give away about your training?
What secret?
Еще секрет есть какие-нибудь?
Health.
Yeah.
Okay, another secret. 1 year ago, I stopped to eat sweet.
Okay.
Before, I very like sweet confetti.
Candies.
Cakes, candy.
Desserts.
Yeah, desserts, yes.
Uh-huh.
But now I stop,
Uh-huh.
so I think it's helped me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to eat it. It's very strange for me.
Mm-hmm. So you take sugar out of the diet, more or less?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. And what was the thinking behind this? Was there some scientific research that made you stop this?
Из-за чего ты остановился просто?
Because Alyosha take me.
I told her.
Okay, so this is son training the mum.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Yes.
why was this then?
Yeah.
It's just I'm curious about all these diets and things, and I have a lot of friends who give me ideas, and there was one. Let me think of. Actually, I should say the name of this friend, but I don't remember it now.
If it comes to you later, then we can bring it
It's
up.
Italian guy, Jacques.
Italian?
Italian guy, yeah. He just asked me to actually try this method
Uh-huh.
to like completely exclude sweets, and actually he asked me to completely get rid of carbohydrates, almost get rid of carbohydrates, but
Okay.
that was a little bit hard. Like,
Yeah.
I still, because of amount of training I do, my mom do, we still need carbs to recover
Right.
quickly. Jacques was Maybe I can check his diet.
Okay.
It's okay. I'll.
And what's the reason? I mean, taking carbs completely out of the diet?
There is this ketogenic diet.
Okay.
Ketogenic diet?
Ketosis.
Ketosis.
Yeah.
Right. It sounds good when you read it first, but like now I'm more leaning towards a classical sport diet,
Okay.
where there is a good amount of carbs. Just it should be healthy
Yeah.
carbs.
And do you eat meat?
I do.
A little,
I do.
A little.
Yeah.
but seldom.
Okay.
Should-
Yeah. And so some dietary changes, some technical changes in terms of the pool. Have you adapted any of your depth training recently, or is there anything that
change
you're
in
prepared
depth.
to give away? Yeah, stuff that you do for your depth training, which you believe is helping you both to progress.
Change in depth. В глубине это.
Yeah, changing in depth, yes, but only in this season, only in April and May, not so many train. I use power train in the depth 2 meters.
Power train.
Power train in
Как
depth
ты делаешь?
inside. I work only leg.
Right.
When I head down,
Mm-hmm.
2 meters
Okay.
without weight.
Oof.
Without
Okay.
weight. Yes, and
So-
I work only a leg, or with the arms and leg.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this again it's like
Okay.
using the rubber band
Yeah,
technique.
same.
That the
Yeah.
resistance
Same,
is
but only
harder.
2 meters.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I start this train. Yeah.
Okay. So if people see you just going up and down, up and down, up and down, now they know what's happening. Okay. Cool. That's interesting. And are you adopting these techniques as well?
I mostly do some swimming trainings in a week, and I really like now to do some strength with the swimming training, classical swimming training.
Okay. Because I mean, you've also done a big dive today. 86 no
86.
fins too.
Yeah, it was a relatively easy dive for me.
You've done deeper, haven't
I've
you?
done deeper.
I
My-
judged you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what is my? Its continental record is 96.
Yeah.
96.
But
Yeah.
we have work now. We have group, many students, so
Yeah, so it's not like now we are under load.
we not train for hour.
And still she does a world record. Phenomenal. Okay, great. So what are your plans for this year? Do you...
I don't like to talk about my plans because I don't know. Now I work about my dissertation,
Okay,
so
yeah. So back to Moscow and back to work.
dissertation. But maybe I take part in the competition. Maybe no.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't. No idea.
Okay. Because it's individuals this year,
Individuals
isn't it?
this year,
Individual
yes.
worlds.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it will be...
Yeah, but most likely she will. But
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And what about you? You plan to go?
I plan to go to both of them. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Pool is a bit hard for me because of this depth training, because now it's May 15th, today 13th, and in 1 month there is a pool world championship, and I'm not training for it.
Okay.
I'm like diving depth.
Yeah.
But I will do my best. We'll be back in a week, and
Mhm.
I'll be training pool, and then September definitely will be my priority for the depth.
For the depth. Okay, great. And I mean, it's interesting to talk to you because I mean, Natalia, you're out there on your own. There's no other woman challenging you at the moment for any of your records, as far as I know. Maybe there are some women out there, you know, getting stronger and stronger, and maybe we'll be surprised. But for you, you're in this very luxurious position of just being able to break your own records when you want to. How does that change the sport psychologically for you? Do you understand?
Okay, now you stop here and can you translate?
I can translate, right? Он говорит, что, в общем, у тебя положение такое привилегированное, что ты можешь, когда хочешь, бить свои рекорды. Как это для тебя, для тебя спорт вообще, как это делать интересным, то, что у тебя нет особо соперников?
Why not? In a World Championship in Greece, one woman from Hollandia.
Holland.
Oh,
Yes.
She beat my record,
She
so
did.
it's not so easy now.
Yeah.
There is also
Okay.
pool.
Yeah, you also
girls
pool,
in the
yeah.
pool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Lara Bonin can
Yes.
can do
Yes,
quite
yes,
well in
yeah.
the dynamics, so
Okay.
there are some girls.
So they're keeping you on your toes a little bit. Yeah.
Типа
Yeah.
тебя держат в напряжении немножко, они тебя. Ну да.
Now I think only about research. For me, interesting why I continue to be stronger. So maybe next year I stop.
Really?
I don't know why I stop.
Okay.
Be stronger and stronger. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is not important for me to be world championship. To be world champion. It's not important for me, and world record not so important. But interesting
Because she has
ability.
so many.
I know. Yes. It's easy to say
What?
that
It's
when you
easy
have
to say
41.
that.
But ability, interesting ability of organism.
Aha. Okay. So you're really interested now in going into the science
Yeah.
behind your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for you, the psychology of competition is totally different, because I mean, there's a lot of men up there within touching distance, and the records change hands much more regularly. So how do you deal with the psychology of the pressure of being in actually quite a big field?
In the pool categories, it's really hard to compete for me in the pool categories. So there, it's just I'm trying to do my best, and that's it. And I realized that I was one of the best. Like I'm still one of the best in the pool, and I had a world record in 2008.
Yeah.
But since then, I was diving more. I was training more for depth.
Yeah.
So I just have no real expectations. I try to train hard, and I will go there and compete. And it's okay if I will not do anything, okay, if I will not win. So I just try to enjoy those competitions I take part in.
Yeah.
And it's the same for depth.
Okay.
I really like to train hard, so I do train hard, and I do my best in the competition, and that's it. I don't really have any high expectations, and etc. I had my share of also records, and
Yeah. How many world records do you have?
I
now?
have 4 now.
4.
It's,
So same as me. But how old are you?
28.
28. So still a lot of
Yeah.
time.
And
left in the
it's
sport.
it's a little bit. I'm more or less in the same position as mom in constant weight. Like there are guys who are close to me, but still like very few.
Yeah.
Very few. And with my dives in constant weight, I know I have a lot of I have good reserve.
Yes.
So there I don't have any. It's just easier to compete there.
Okay. And I mean, other than, training very hard and just giving yourself that very solid foundation of knowing that you've done all you can do to prepare, how do you deal with, with the mental side of the sport? Because this for me is what makes or breaks a good athlete, or an average athlete and a good athlete. Do you have any particular techniques? I remember when I was interviewed by the New Yorker, and the journalist spoke to Natalia, and she said that she'd taken mental focus techniques from actually the Russian army, of these guys who are sitting for hours and hours and hours on night duty, and they have to stay focused and conscious and not fall asleep, but also you can't do that over 12 hours just sitting still. So I don't know, do you have any is this true? Is this where you got your mental strength, or are there others?
Yeah, this is technique from Oleg Bakhtiyarov, but it's not from army.
Okay.
I learned, sold it.
Right.
To use this technique.
She teach.
She taught the Russian army?
I teach.
She do teach now, yes, but the guy actually, this Alec, he was developing this technique in 1990s, like long time ago. He was developing it for. Он разработал это для военных.
Он не для военных, для операторов. для технических операторов. Он не связан с военными вообще.
So he was developing
Для операторов.
for operators, for technical like operators,
Когда мы
who sit, so they sit on duty and they need to be. So it was not actually.
Когда много задач надо решать, тогда вот это.
Это было частично военное. Частично военное. No, it was
для операторов.
technique created by one of the Russian scientists for operators who need to do a lot of tasks and for a long time and keep attention.
Okay.
So it calls attention deconcentration.
That's
when
right.
you have your attention not set to the point where your vision is, so it's separated. So that helps. It's a good technique. It's simple.
Yeah.
And actually, a lot of people already know it, who drive like a car for a long time. So there's like a lot of activities when you have this state of mind unconsciously, like when you don't have your attention connected to your vision, to your spot where your eyes look.
Right. So how do you train this?
There is a set of actions, like you start to put your attention, you look somewhere, you start to put your attention to the very left spot, to the very right spot, and then up and down, and then you try to connect it all together. So
Right.
you just sit and you explain to people first what is it about, and then they start to do this attention, separation of attention from visual, from the spot where the eyes look. And
So it's
that
more
works.
using your awareness and your all your senses.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very easy
yeah.
because we ask people after this technique, do you feel your breath less? Many people, yes. Our breath, a little, a little. Change. After this, when we look periphery,
Yeah.
our breath, a little. So next question, do you feel empty mind? Yes. 1-2 seconds. Yes. So third question, do you feel your emotional, уровень тревоги?
Just
Уровень тревоги.
уровень тревоги.
So do you feel more calm?
Yeah, you feel
Stress less. Okay.
stress level.
Stress
Stress
comes
level,
down.
stress less. Yes. Okay, it's work.
Yeah. Actually, I have a coaching client who did a course with one of your students, and he said that he learned this technique with her and found it very, very, very helpful. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
spreading,
It is.
which is
It
great.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's help to see the competition, not only, wow, competition, it's very important for me. Not very important. We have our life,
Yeah.
so competition, it's not so the aim, the острая цель.
It's not the main
Big
goal. or-
main aim
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. I think this is what causes a lot of the younger or less inexperienced freedivers so much problem, because it becomes this huge thing. You know, I have to have a record, or I have to do well in this competition,
We talk about
and the pressure is
yeah.
immense.
We talk about
for
this
them.
the concentration,
Yeah. Cool.
the concentration, and in life too.
So one thing I'm interested in, because this attention deconcentration it's a technique which you find in many forms of meditation, I think. And you know, my approach to teaching freediving is very much based on yoga and the spiritual practices and philosophy that comes from the technology of yoga. What are your thoughts on freediving as a spiritual practice? Do you see it as a spiritual practice, or you see it as a just a spiritual experience, or are those two very separate things?
No,
Natalia
it's not
shaking her
separate,
head.
because I have in my website poems about what I feel underwater,
Oh,
and I have a video with poems.
okay.
So if you want, you can choose one of maybe странствие называется in my website.
Не помню.
Странствие. I have a
There are
poems in English.
several translations
I
of
have
the
some
poems.
Oh, I'd
what
love
I feel,
to.
yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah, I
this.
have in my website.
Okay.
English poems, yeah, but I don't know about good translate or not.
I'd love
Yeah, it
to
was
know.
translated.
Yeah.
It's hard to translate poems, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Течки, ты нужно что-то сейчас сидишь?
А?
В очках сидишь?
And what
And
about
just ask her
you?
about
Yeah.
sunglasses. If it's okay, but she said.
It's okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay. And what about you then? So clearly for Natalia, there's an experience, well, which for Natalia words can convey because she's written poetry about it, but a lot of us struggle to explain the real deep meaning of freediving. How is it for you?
So on my side, I just started. I started to take pictures recently, and that is my expression. Like I added some creativity to breath hold activity, right, underwater.
Yeah.
But in general, I always been training and always been diving, so I like this as a process. As a process, and I also enjoy the feeling a lot, which you have after diving. So this complete relaxation and complete emptiness of your mind, and also this specific tiredness you have there, which you don't have in other activities.
Yeah.
And also I love to be in underwater because you move there in 3 dimensions, and you don't have these feelings in other activities.
No.
Even swimming, you just swim on the surface, and there you can dive in any directions, up and down, left and right.
Yeah.
So I just enjoy this feeling a lot. We can say that we are doing English translation for our Freediving Federation books and everything. So we'll have it out, and we'll be able to teach English students as well our methodology.
Yeah.
So that is going to be out hopefully in next few months.
Great.
This year.
Great.
And then we'll have English website, etc.
Okay.
So
how many instructors do you have in the Russian Federation now?
now we have 60, like maybe a little bit under 60, 58 Russian instructors.
Okay.
And the goal was never a goal to have like a lot of instructors. We teach mostly ourselves and them.
Yeah.
But our instructor is the strongest freedivers in Russia.
Yeah. For sure.
Not only, there are guys also who are not athletes. It's not only athletes, but like naturally a lot of our strongest athletes became our instructors because they wanted to. And then also we have yoga teachers and like wakeboard teachers and all, mountain climbers becoming instructors.
Yeah. And I just want to finish off really looking at the future of the sport. It's exploding. Since I came to Dahab 10 years ago, there were 2 freedivers here, or 3 at that time, and now you can barely get into Blue Hole. But where do you see the sport going, both in terms of the recreational side, but also the competitive side?
Куда, думаешь, спорт идет с точки зрения удовольствия и соревнования? Как развивается, как думаешь?
But we have not freediving as like a sport. Recreational is not sport. Recreation is only for.
Два вопроса, и тот отвечает. Оба вопроса, это раздельные вопросы.
Okay.
Про удовольствие и про спорт.
In Russia, I see. In Russia, many freedivers, 90% became freedivers as удовольствие как?
Recreation
freedivers, yes, 90%. Only 10% continue to take freediving, to practice freediving as like a sportman.
Yeah.
So this as like as a runner and swimming. 90% only for pleasure.
Yes.
Practice run and swim, and only 10, maybe about 10% only sportsmen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in general,
it's nice. It's nice.
If you look how freediving develops worldwide, it will keep growing for sure for the next years, and it just depends on the quality of education materials and how what it will be. Because some organizations, they really don't put accent on the quality education. They put more accent on the marketing and like business side of this, like teaching like not giving people the love for as much of love for freediving itself as just teaching people to
Yeah.
like some skills and not giving them the right approach for it.
Yeah. And in terms of the competitive side, I mean, it's governed by AIDA. Do you feel that anything needs to be changed or developed to either look at safety? I mean, you very nearly had a horrific accident a couple of years ago with your reverse block
yes.
At depth. Could that have been avoided? I mean, the safety was spot on. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
But, you know, do you feel that there's anything that needs to be addressed?
I think Айри does good job.
Please, translate.
Ну, она просто спрашивает, что мы думаем, можно было бы улучшить или там вот про соревнования там. Что бы мы хотели там, да, пожелать Аиде, например, или чтобы там. Ну вот, да.
Maybe we need more knowledge about safety freediving.
Ну, это понятно, да. Вопрос, что именно?
About don't push your body to the depth.
Yeah.
About squeeze.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, this has certainly been lacking, but I think people are starting to wake up to it now because of the high incidence of.
Yeah. The last few years
squeezing.
you can see that it's improving. So it does develop in the right direction, I think.
Yeah.
So
you think we've gone through the messy phase? And
it's said that there are accidents need to be but it's like everywhere. Accident happens at first place, and then you take actions to prevent them in the future.
Yeah.
It's nice to prevent them in advance, but
you can't anticipate everything.
Yeah, you can't anticipate. You should try, but I do try their best, but you can't. And you can see that in the last years, people are more aware about quizzes and push less.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
And many times I talk to students about you need to feel переключить как from aim switch. You need to switch from aim of depth in freediving to feeling. What do you feel underwater?
Yeah.
Please switch it.
Yeah. It's an easy lesson to say. It's a very hard one to actually incorporate into your diving.
Yes.
But no, I completely agree. I think this will make a huge difference for people. Okay. So, thank you both very much. Natalia, again, congratulations, and congratulations to you as well. 86 meters, no fins is a phenomenal dive. So it's been really lovely having you here in my garden, and Twinkle-Toes has really enjoyed your company.
Yeah.
And good luck with this year's training, whether you compete or you don't compete. And I look forward to following you both for many years to come.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
So thank you for watching another Freediving Legends interview, and I look forward to bringing you more very soon. Be safe out there. Satnam.